Village of Stryker agenda for November 15th, 2016. Regular council meeting today is November 15th at 6 p.m. Tonight, leading us in prayer is Mrs. Armstrong, a Stryker resident. So if you would stand, please. Mrs. Armstrong.
Can we bow our heads, please? Our Heavenly Father, bring us together in this council to lead the town as best as we can. And may the village people understand the things that are being done. May we all agree. And may the Lord be with us always. Amen.
And tonight for the pledge, Mr. Robert Hildebrandt, a veteran of the Seabees.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you both. Next, we'll go into swearing in the new council members. Lana Tompkins and Lee Armstrong. Go ahead and come on this side. That way the camera can get your best side. If you would, raise your right hand. It's an omen.
It's over.
It's an omen. I state your name.
Lana Tompkins.
Lee Armstrong.
Do solemnly swear or affirm
Do solemnly
Swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
and the laws of the United States of America,
and the laws of the United States of America,
the Constitution and laws of the State of Ohio,
the Constitution
and the laws of the state of Ohio,
and the laws and ordinances
and the laws and ordinances
of the Village of Stryker,
of the village of Stryker,
and to the best of my ability
and to the best of my ability
will discharge the duties
will discharge the duties
of the office of councilman
of the office of councilman
for the Village of Stryker.
for the village of Stryker.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And we will have some papers for you to sign. That way we have it on record. The next item up, actually roll call.
Spurley,
Yes.
Frisbee,
Yes.
Tompkins,
Yes.
Armstrong,
Yes.
Oberlin,
Yes.
Blevins.
Yes. Okay, next item up, with the departure of past President Terry Wieland, we need to elect a president of council. That will take place, or the length of that presidency is through the end of this calendar year.
2 weeks.
So this meeting and the next meeting, and then we get to do it all over again. So as of right now, the floor is open for nominations for president of council for the remaining 2016 calendar year.
And I want to name Bob Spurley. Thank you. I'll second that.
Okay?
I third it.
Not sure
You're halfway there.
I'm not sure there's a third it.
We'll see a hammer coming here.
Is there any other nominations? You know where this is going, right, Bob?
Sure.
Would you be willing to accept that nomination?
I would, yes.
Okay, I need a motion for them, correct? Because I don't do it by vote.
Is there any other nominations?
No, I already have.
Then we gotta close the nominations.
Do I get a closure for nominations?
I'll make a motion to close the nomination.
Second. In this case, there's really no need to vote on this, but we will. All those in favor of Bob?
Aye.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Man, that's quick. That's pretty.
2 months. 2 months.
Don't mess it up.
Okay, so based on that, the 2016 committee reports, and we will get this updated as well. We will move, in this case, Mr. Armstrong will slide into Mr. Whittick's locations, so you can put him in that place. And then Lana will go into Terry's. However, out of the finance, the president of council needs to be in that finance So she would not take over the lead and the financial, and that would get converted over to Bob. Did I miss anything on that?
No, I will print one up for you guys, a new one. I can give you the old one and you can, so you guys know what you're on.
Okay.
You can just know that you're Carrie and you're Rick. Then I'll print you up a new one for the next meeting.
We have to adjust judiciary, Chair. That is the reason you can't be chair of both.
You can be chair,
Discussed
you can be
tonight.
chair of both for current, then we'll look at it for 2 months. We'll look at shifting that. This one we'll have, we can make a copy of this tonight before we leave
Yeah.
and get that to you.
Yep.
Okay. On to number 5, previous minutes. Everyone get a chance to look at the previous minutes that are dated 10/10/2016.
Yes. I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes dated 10/10/16.
Second.
Who seconded that?
I did.
Rex. And roll call.
Frisbee,
Yes.
Tompkins,
Yes.
Armstrong,
Yes.
Oberlin,
Yes.
Levens,
Yes.
Spurling.
Yes.
The next one is the public hearing of Stryker Village, 10/10/2016. I know mine were out of order as well. I did a bunch of shuffling.
There was one change, Patsy, which meeting were you not at?
I was not at the October 10th meetings.
Okay. So I just have to take Patsy out of the visitors on the 10/10, the regular. I have her at attendance
At
at the
the public?
regular,
Oh,
at the regular
regular.
one,
Okay.
just a minor change.
So for the public hearing on 10/10/2016, let's go to that one first since it's listed. Is there any adjustments to that? Can we get a motion?
Sure. I'll entertain a motion to accept the public hearing minutes from 10/10/16.
Is there a second? Okay. Roll call?
Tompkins,
Yes.
Armstrong,
Yes.
Oberlin,
Yes.
Levens,
Yes.
Spurling,
Yes.
Frisbee.
Yes.
Okay. Now for the regular 10/10/2016 with the one adjustment of Patsy Mueller being corrected in there as not being there. Do we have a motion?
Somebody, please.
Well, you're the head.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion that we accept the minutes as presented for the, this is, yeah, the corrected ones, and this is for the 10/10/16?
10/10/16 on the regular.
Yes, on the regular meeting on 10/10/16.
Second? Second. Lee? Roll call on that.
Armstrong,
Yeah.
Oberlin,
Yes.
Levens,
Yes.
Spurling,
Yes.
Frisbee,
Yes.
Tompkins.
Yes.
Okay, for the special meeting, busy month, special meeting of Stryker Village Council minutes of 11/7/2016. So a motion for that one.
Make a motion that we accept the minutes from 11/7/16.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you. And a roll call on that.
Oberlin,
Yes.
Levens,
Yes.
Spurling,
Yes.
Frisbee,
Yes.
Tompkins,
Yes.
Armstrong.
Brings us to the finance report dated 11/10/2016. Beth, do you have anything that you'd like to add before?
I kind of summarized it in my clerk report, so unless you guys have any questions for me on that, you know, what we spent, what we brought in. Also, I had it in Lana's spot and I didn't tell them, there's a paper there to sign
Yeah.
on the bank statement, you kind of sign and pass around.
Do that
I-
right there.
I forgot, I
Yeah, this
just
one.
the voice.
We'll go through and sign on that one, and then that gets passed around. Could be the whole package.
Oh.
But we feel free to look at all of it. Any questions for Beth on the reports? Okay, is there a motion?
Make a motion to accept the finance report for 11/10/2016.
Second.
Roll call.
Levens,
Yes.
Berlin,
Yes.
Frisbee,
Yes.
Tompkins,
Yes.
Armstrong, Overland.
Yes.
Communications, does anyone have communications?
I've got one, but I'll see at the end, Mr. Mayor,
Okay.
just an announcement on the other.
Okay, anyone else with some communications? Move down to citizens. Mrs. Neal, did you have anything for us? Okay. Village solicitor, Ms. Lloyd? Okay. Committee reports and old business, there are none in either one of those, which leads us into the legislative section. To looking at suspending and passing ordinance 2016 is the revised 2016 permanent annual appropriations.
I'd like to entertain a motion to suspend the rules for ordinance 2016-07.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Berlin,
Yes.
Frisbee,
Yes.
Tompkins,
Yes.
Armstrong,
Yes.
Overland,
Yes.
Levens.
Yes.
Okay. Is there a motion to pass ordinance 2016 Tech 7?
Make a motion to pass ordinance 2016 tax 7.
Second that.
Roll call?
Frisbee,
Yes.
Tompkins,
Yes.
Armstrong,
Yes.
Overland,
Yes.
Levens,
Yes.
Berlin.
Yes.
Looking at the same thing, and just so you're aware, and I'm sorry if I'm rushing that a little bit, the suspending, that was just so we could get the budget adjusted. There was a couple small adjustments that needed made. That way we're not looking 3 months out when we get the type of thing, so it's just a slight movement. The next one, looking to do the same thing. This is Village of Stryker, Ohio, ordinance number 2016 TAC 8, looking to suspend as well on this one. And this is for the land contract, basically the farming stuff is what we're looking at. Is there a motion?
Make a motion to suspend and pass the ordinance. Can I do that, or
It's gotta be,
It's
we
gotta
gotta
be
separate
separate.
them.
Okay, to suspend this ordinance 2016. Oh, wait for advertisement for bids.
Okay, is there a second? Okay, Leah's second. Roll call?
Tompkins,
Yes.
Armstrong,
Yes.
Overland,
Yes.
Levens,
Yes.
Sperling,
Yes.
Frisbee.
Yes.
Okay, can we get a motion to pass ordinance number 2016 TAC 8? Okay, second?
I'll second. Yeah.
And roll call.
Armstrong,
Yes.
Overland,
Yes.
Levens,
Yes.
Sperling,
Yes.
Frisbee,
Yes.
Tompkins.
Yes.
I would just kind of want to say that the reason I went ahead and had you suspend and do this is we have to advertise once a week for 5 weeks. And the current lease is up the end of December. So this will give me the chance to get it in the paper for 5 weeks.
And that one is gonna be a three, we're looking at doing what we've done before, which is the 3-year. But we do have that option out as well,
Yeah.
that you guys are aware of. So, nothing too much changed there. The next one, ordinance number 2016 TAC 9, looking to suspend and pass. This is for the repaving up through here. Is there a motion to suspend?
I'll make a motion to suspend ordinance 2016 TAC 9.
I'll second that motion.
Roll call.
Oberlin,
Yes.
Levens,
Yes.
Spurling,
Yes.
Frisbee,
Yes.
Tompkins,
Yes.
Armstrong.
Get a motion to pass ordinance 2016 TAC 09.
I'll make a motion to pass ordinance 2016 TAC 09.
I'll second that motion also.
And roll call.
Levens,
Yes.
Spurling,
Yes.
Frisbee,
Yes.
Tompkins,
Yes.
Armstrong,
Yes.
Oberlin.
Yes.
The next one, this is one that we're looking to go through and just do the first reading of ordinance 2016 TAC 10, an ordinance adding section 505.17, titling Keeping Chickens to Village of Stryker, Ohio Codified Ordinance. And just a reminder for the 4 that are here and 2 new ones, there are 3 readings on this, so it can be changed prior to that final and all go type thing. So is there a motion for the passing of the first reading of ordinance 2016 TAC 10?
I'll make a motion for the first reading ordinance 2016 10.
I will second that motion.
Okay, roll call?
Spurling,
Yes.
Frisbee,
Yes.
Tompkins,
Yes.
Armstrong, Oberlin,
Yes.
Levens.
Yes.
The next one, just a clarification, I know everything is 2016. However, this next resolution, we're looking at 2017. The reason for that, when it would be passed, is we're looking at next calendar year, which is why the 2017.
That's
So we're looking at a first reading for resolution 01, TAC 2017, TAC 01.
I will entertain a motion to pass resolution 01-2017-01 on the first reading of said resolution.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second. Fall asleep.
Roll call?
Frisbee,
Yes.
Tompkins,
Yes.
Armstrong,
Yes.
Oberlin,
Yes.
Levens,
Yes.
Spurling.
Yes.
Okay, got through all those. Thank you for reviewing them while you had your packet. I appreciate that. I know there was quite a few things there, but definitely those last 2, definitely look at any modifications you may see in the next couple months before final approval. Next in line is the administrator report, and since I asked to have the meeting changed to tonight from last night, the administrator was not able to attend tonight. However, he did give the 6 pages worth of notes to Beth. Just kidding, everyone.
Alan's report, he said, catch basin on South Defiance Street was partially jetted, due to a 90-degree elbow in the tile. Water seems to get away okay now. That is the catch basin by your property. Leaves are being picked up daily. The leaf vac is working good. The tornado siren at the village hall. It did not work during our last monthly test. He has a Federal Signal Corporation, which is the company that put them in. from Waseon. They are scheduled to come out and make repairs. We had Willis Electric look at it, but, they didn't really feel comfortable, so we're having the company that actually put it in. We're thinking it might need some updates, since it's 10 years old.
The one on the corner of
programming.
Lincoln and Curtis did work.
Yeah,
But this one back here did not.
so it might not work the next testing either if anybody says anything to you, but we are getting it repaired. Storm sewer issue on, Southeast Depot Street. He has scheduled for camera for any potential problems. We had a resident concerned about it possibly sinking, and they did come today, Archibald did, and they didn't find anything. It's actually good. There's nothing, they figure it just might be a thing where we just might need to chip and seal and build it up a little, but there's nothing causing it to collapse, so that's it.
Okay. Road officials, Chief Slusher?
Good evening, everybody. I apologize for not getting a cover letter out. We've had a lot of changes here recently. Did I let everybody know that Mason Hammond has left as of last month? Okay, well, yeah. Mason Hammond has left us and took a full-time position at Bryan. We hired 2 more officers. Ben Sidoris is finishing up his FTO. He'll be on by himself within the next couple of days. I also hired another officer in Jesse Barrera. But Jesse, well, I really can't make it public record as of right now because they haven't gone through. But Jesse's going to be accepting a full-time position elsewhere. So, within the last 4 months, I've hired four officers, and 3 of those have been, we'll say, promoted to full-time positions elsewhere. Boy, we're in a world of hurt. I mean, we're good, for maybe the month of December. I gotta, see where we're at with Jordan being our 3rd full-time officer and how things are gonna work on the weekends. Man, it's gonna be tight. I mean, I've got to hire either, more officers, or I kind of put out pretty much information to my, we'll call them reserve officers. Sworn officers that are working elsewhere that have been gracious enough to hold their certification with us. But I think that time is coming to an end where I'm going to pretty much demand that they give us, at least 1 or 2 shifts a month. If they can't do it, then I'm going to ask them to move on, and we'll get a resignation from them. But folks, it's kind of the nature that we work in. Again, most of you know, the situation that we're in. Stryker has always been a place where, young officers could go and come here and get good training and get them the opportunity to, get out there on their own and handle shifts and move on to bigger and better things. I would almost have to count them, but I'm going to say, within the last 10 years, we probably had, and this is an honest number, probably about 15 to 18 officers that have left here and gone on to full-time positions elsewhere. In my opinion, that's not so bad. That's a good problem to have. And I've accepted that. And I've told you folks in the past that it's kind of what we do at Stryker is we're kind of a stepping stone, but we get those young officers good experience and move them on. So with that being said, like I said, I really want to, I really got to start kind of laying the hammer down on some of my reserve officers and get them up here and work, or move up or move out, one of the two. So that's kind of where we're at. Looking at the status report, 120 calls for service since our last meeting. Now that number is just a little bit inflated because of Typically, I would have ran this the Thursday prior to this council meeting. So really, you should go back to November 10th. Anything beyond the 10th should technically not be on this report. So if you take the 18 calls for service off, you know, tip a 102, 120, or I'm sorry, 102 complaints, it still is kind of a busy month. A lot of traffic warnings. Again, we're training new officers. These are good traffic stops. I mean, we're not out here doing, 6, 7, 8 mile an hour. I mean, these are 10, 11, 12, 13 mile an hour traffic stops. Stop sign violations in the downtown area, things like that. We don't, my officers know my criteria for a traffic stop, and believe me, these are good traffic stops here. So don't get too freaked out over 48 traffic warnings and 9 citations, because that's where we should be anyhow, in my opinion. So, and then adult arrests, we had 2 over that course. So, any questions on that so far? Okay. Now, I'd like you to take one and pass it down. And one of those can go to the mayor.
This affects each right into the county, but not to your neighboring
Correct.
villages, so you're still free to,
That is correct.
so you must be properly invited.
We have, we've taken a step in the wrong direction here in Williams County as far as law enforcement is concerned. This is all due to an officer-involved shooting in, north of Montpelier. What was that, June, July? June. Okay. Obviously, you've read papers, and, luckily that officer did not get any criminal charges filed on him. However, there are politics still involved. Civil suits obviously are going to come about due to statements being made in the paper, and statements made directly to the family of the individual that was unfortunately shot. And this was, in my opinion, just a knee-jerk reaction to that. Now it was explained to me, well, you know what, Steve, you guys got a great department, and this wasn't directed towards you. Well, guess what?
It's on there.
My name is on there,
Right.
or my department is on there, and everybody's department in Williams County is on there. I will let you folks know, I have no intentions to not continue to provide backup to any deputy that is going to a call where it makes the hair stand up on the back of your neck. And there aren't too many out there that don't. Okay? So what you see is clear and recorded permission from a deputy before any law enforcement officer from a particular incorporated jurisdiction can leave their village. I'm not buying it. And I'm not gonna, I don't care if he's the sheriff or not. If I got a deputy in my area that's going to, we'll call it a hot call, then my officer is heading out there as well. And if the deputy doesn't need that officer, once they get there, then they'll turn around and come back. But we're not gonna wait until we get permission when lives are at risk. I'm just letting you folks know that right now.
And at what point, and this is one that we'll probably have to talk about later, but I don't know how he has any jurisdictions over what you do. That comes from,
This is all for complaints that are being handled by sheriff deputies. out in the county, out of our jurisdiction.
So not necessarily an independent village or city, but
If there's a situation in West Unity where we have, and honestly, we don't even have a mutual aid agreement in place, a written mutual aid, that's where I'm gonna ask Katie to probably get with Ryan and see what we can do. I mean, I can provide, a couple of, I guess, template mutual aid agreements, unless you already have some.
Well, I can find some.
Yeah. But I think for us in West Unity, it's imperative that we get something in place. I think it needs to be handled between attorneys, obviously with, that way I can put it in my operating procedures. Probably should be passed by council, as a resolution, so that's kind of where we're at. But I just wanted to, and obviously, I'm not looking for, any remarks or anything like that, unless you have any, naturally. But I'm just telling you that we are going to continue immediate backup into the county, whether we have permission or not. And if we're not needed, when we get there, then that's fine. We'll turn around and come home.
absolutely. And then you and I and Katie will get together and the rest. Absolutely. Do as you have.
Of course, I'm not gonna comment on
Sure.
any of this, you understand. But I do think that maybe all the chiefs would be interested in some type of agreement.
Yeah.
I highly doubt any of these guys would say no to something like that.
Right.
I can get you something a proposed agreement to look over by next Friday. Is that soon enough?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
The Williams County Fire Chiefs Association crafted our countywide mutual aid, and it well crafted and works very well, so it certainly can be done.
Right.
And I'm surprised that you guys have never formally documented it.
There's
Looks like
no-
the time's here.
Yeah, there's no formal documentation. It's always been, we're responsible for our officers, en route to wherever they're going. But this was a unique circumstance that was highly unfortunate. But again, I just feel as if this document right here is certainly a knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah, let's get with the others. Definitely sit down and get that fixed as quick as we can. Okay.
I don't have anything else.
Anything for Chief Slusher?
All right.
Thanks, Chief.
Thanks, Chief.
Okay, next is the other. We will start, actually I'll start with Bob, our current newly elected president.
No, I really have nothing else.
Okay.
Right now.
I can't, but okay. Nick?
No, I don't have anything.
Okay,
I'm
Lana?
surprised.
Nothing from Lana? Lee?
Nope, just taking it all in right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. Been there many times. Brooke? And Rex, I believe you had something that you wanted to bring on board?
I would just like to make an announcement. This will be this Saturday. Ratnip is coming back for the beginning of this year, in August. They're gonna put on another program. And it's gonna be called Blizzard Blast. And that's from 7 to 11. The summer rec kids are doing hamburgers and selling pop. And I think there's a $5.
I think there's $5 cover to get in.
Where's the location of that?
At the fire hall.
Fire hall?
Yep. Of course, all this money will be put towards the new set of dogs.
Okay, good. Anything else? The one thing I wanted to bring up, we passed the resolution talking about the repaving through ODOT. One of the things that the administrator's working out on is getting some schematics for bump outs. Those are not set in stone or anything like that. Do we have a generic overlay that was done through a PowerPoint? So it's just out there so you would have a visual, some type of idea. He is working on that. It was too early to get into this paving where the state would pay for it. However, 2000 and, you remember what I told you, Mick?
18, I thought?
There is a possibility the state would pay for it on the next round when they come the other way through town. So it definitely gives us some options. He is also looking at what the cost of it would be if we would take that on. Whether that is done prior to or during does not matter. So just so you guys have an idea of where that is at, bump outs are being looked at.
I think, if I remember what they did in Defiance when they did that, they laid down the first course of blacktop, then they put their concrete centers in, which would lead me to believe that they could pave and then put the bump outs in after the fact.
It'd be an easy cut,
Yeah.
I would think. But they would be willing to absorb some of those costs there, or we could do it ourselves. But obviously that needs to come to the six of you guys prior to us saying yes or no.
Cost
But it is
sharing
another option.
Always good, where it's possible.
And it would just be two that they were looking at, Victor Vessels and Pickett.
Okay. So we put the stop sign.
It would get
in
it
the
further
proper
out
lane.
for us.
Trust, you know.
Truck traffic shouldn't be an issue at all. However, all that will be laid out for you guys to make the decision. But just so you know where that is at as well. I can give you a little bit of update. It's been a while. I did ask Wedco just tonight where we were with the A. Schulman. From what I can say, and I don't know very much to be honest with you, I was asked if I knew who it was. I have no idea, but there is a contract out there, or a proposed contract. However, that's where it's at. We have no idea anything else. All I do know is that there is an offer on the table. And you probably knew that as well, that there's an offer.
Yeah, and that's as much as there is to say about it, actually.
So I have no idea who, no idea how much, or anything else other than that there is an offer and that we're waiting. I told them my patience are getting short, is what I said in my response. So with that, if nobody else, do either of you have anything under other?
I will just need Bob, you, and Katie for signatures.
Okay. And then don't forget I need your signatures on your swearing in.
Oh,
Okay.
yep, we need that too.
Do we wish to have any committee meetings? Are we sitting good on the finance committee, or do we need?
I think we're good. If you guys are good with what you had told me, I made all those changes in the budget and
Okay.
ready to roll with it next meeting.
Judiciary, do we want to discuss the golf carts further?
It's up to you guys. That falls under you. I put that paper away already.
I have it. Is that what you?
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
It is Bob, Brooke, and Lana.
Do you want to discuss it more?
Well, it'd be nice to have something in place by springtime if we
I
intend
think
I was
it
gonna say,
needs to
you got all the way to.
I think it needs to kind of maybe tweaked a little bit.
to. Yeah.
Okay, so when do you
Not
want to
really
meet?
bad, but just.
When do you want to meet?
I don't know, prior to the next meeting, except we're getting into.
We're getting to extremely busy.
Wait till after the first. If we get something in place, run 3 or 4 readings by April or May, we ought to.
Yeah.
You would be fine.
Yeah.
Would you like, I'm just throwing this out there, Steve and I could get some samples.
I already have.
Yeah, we have,
Okay.
we already had some samples that maybe you gave them to us.
I still have them.
You want to hit that up in January?
Yeah, just to get past holidays. It's not a real burning issue by any means. That still have us in place for spring.
Because you could do it in January and then set it up February, first reading, March, April,
Yeah. and then
or
by-
even into May.
Yeah,
So you have about two months there.
I think that would be good.
Definitely something you don't want to rush into.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, but do it right the first time.
Absolutely.
Nice landing.
Post.
How would we, what group would even discuss post, would it fall under just
Is
maintenance?
that what we want to
Does it
do?
even need a committee to discuss?
I don't think so.
Okay. I don't know if you two have had opportunity to go look at it, it's still getting rutted up, people are getting down there beyond the intended drive and park area.
It's a
where
good place to
soft.
do donuts when it's wet.
Yeah.
Maybe 16, maybe 17, maybe when you're 55. I don't know. But it's one of those, I think that's something we can just put some posts up and be done.
Yeah, while still allowing access to those who would drive down there and load firewood or canoe or kayak.
Yeah, let-
In fact, I'm hopeful that we'll see a nature walk, canoe launch, some sort.
Do you have any update on the project here?
I did talk to the engineers this week, and then I was out yesterday, and I forgot to call today.
Okay.
But yeah, they're supposed to be getting the ball rolling on the restroom,
Is there a time constraint on when the money had to be spent?
just by the end of next year,
Oh,
the end of
okay.
this coming
I
year.
hope they don't wait until.
No, I'd like to get the ball rolling on,
Yeah.
I thought it would be a nice
Or a project?
winter project for someone.
If there's nothing else, is there a motion to adjourn?
One real quick, I would just
Oh.
like to say thank you for the 2 new councilmen.
Absolutely.
Yes, thanks for stepping up and volunteering.
Contact information, email,
Yeah, we can get that.
I have that.
cell phones.
Oh, and
Some.
Steve, question for Steve.
Yes.
Since there's been some changes, I recently ran across the last roster that you presented us with. I realize it's pretty out of date now.
Yep.
So just,
Yeah.
yeah, once you feel things have settled down enough.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Okay.
And a lot of that's, I'll usually communicate by email. I'll just send you a packet.
Okay, is there a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Yeah.